Every episode I upload, I think the last one was 13 gigabytes. It took 7 hours. 7 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, I would be at work, come home on my break,
Mm-hmm.
and check in with it, and it'd be at like 15%. And then 2 hours, 3 hours later, I come back from break, and it'd be at like 40%. And then I'd come home in the morning, and it'd be like, sometimes some of them timed out.
Yeah.
And they won't even upload.
Yeah,
I have
I
to
know.
restart the whole it'd be pissing me off.
The episode that's coming out this Friday is like 20 something gigabytes. It's a big episode.
Okay. What's who is that with?
That was with Garrett Hicks.
Gary Hicks?
Yeah, he's like a country alternative yeehaw type stuff.
Alternative yeehaw, huh?
Alternative kind of music.
Well, you were around here for a while, so you remember the boat races?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They don't have that anymore.
Yeah.
And then there was some country ass fucking concert that would go on the river, and they would all pile up in fucking boats and.
Oh, I don't. Mallory, do you know what that is? I don't know.
It was a big country thing, and then you had guitar pull.
Yeah,
those are the only
Guitar Pull.
three I really
Yeah.
ever
You
really
got
knew
it?
about.
Oh, wait, I do know what you're talking about.
What is it?
It was a country festival or concert or something that happened.
Maybe it was Guitar Pull that happened on the water once.
It might have been guitar pull then.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Are you good?
Yeah.
If you don't like it, let me know. I got it facing you. I'm adjusting myself because I be trying to make sure I'm matching it every time, but I don't be doing it.
Yeah.
What was I showing you? Company brands.
I think a gay porno or something.
I can show you that too.
I mean, midget gay porn is probably one of my
Look,
favorite
if I
genres.
could make a porn, it'd be with a midget.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Just to get to play around with like a little stuffed doll.
I'm trying to think of who I would make a
Annabelle?
porno with. With an Annabelle.
So like this is just for the certified CEO.
Yeah.
And
Like a promo. That's, yeah.
I have
That's the word.
every episode that people fuck with him, I make one with them.
Mhm.
So I have each episode has their own individual, and I try to stack off of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know I could charge, or I don't want to charge. I'm not gonna charge him, unless it becomes where I don't see I'll give him. I like supporting, so I still want to buy some shit. Like you were like, I see you got a shirt going, you got a rug.
Yeah.
I seen you got posted. Shout out to that guy who
Rug
made
Rex,
it
bro.
dope as fuck.
Rug Rex, bro. He's the best.
I want to support, you know what I'm saying? So whenever you got something available, I want to buy yours. Same thing. Even if it is a sponsorship, I still look at it like I want them to know that this is a genuine respect I have for them, rather than just, hey, let me put you on, help me put. No, I don't want that. I'd rather be genuine.
Yeah, but it's also like if you're getting thousands of views and you're shouting stuff out, and he's making a bunch of money from that because from 1,000 people, you're gonna at least have 10, 20, 50 people go and buy something. So that's all the money you're missing out on. Like, it's not about money, but it's like you want to get paid for, what you do.
Eventually.
Kind of thing,
I don't have enough views yet, though.
Yeah. I mean,
how many views you think I got? How many subscribers you think I got?
I kind of look at it. Is it, I don't know, like 50 maybe? Dang, 20? Below that? Dang. 9 maybe?
Oh, that was yesterday.
Oh, you got a subscriber?
I got one off that episode today.
Yeah.
That I posted today.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. It keeps kicking off of Wi-Fi. Fucking shit.
Mallory, do you have a YouTube? Go subscribe.
No, it's okay. I'm just speaking of relative sense of to me, I'm not looking at sponsorships that way. You know what I'm saying? I haven't registered like that yet because it's still just about trying to put the best episode out and just see if I'm maintaining progress is all it is. It ain't even about if I'm supposed to have 100. That's like my wife asked me, she goes, well, when do you think you're going to get to 1 million views? And I was like, 3 years.
Yeah, it's going to,
You think so?
3 years? I mean, I don't know.
No. That's just bullshit.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, I think if you fixate on it, it's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah, I've learned to just when an episode drops, don't sit there and watch the views.
Now I say this, and it's like I said, you and your buddy started the Sofa Sessions podcast.
Yeah.
How long ago? I know you've taken it over.
May 20 of 2022.
So that's
May
2
2022.
years.
Yeah, about to be coming up on 2 years actually.
This is my argument to her.
Yeah.
I'm spitting what I said to her. Yeah. I said more than the Masters. Maine got over 600. Right, he's up there. Not to put numbers out. Probably want to keep none of this in, but you got over 300. And I look at they've both got their own, but you got to think it's harder to get them. You think Maine's been at it for 8, 9, almost a decade.
Yeah.
And most of his shit, or I believe some of his stuff, was audio first before video.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, y'all went a different approach before you start your stride now. I feel like that's the one thing, man, everybody talks about. I had an episode with Slim, said the same shit. Maine always said the same shit. You're very consistent.
Yeah. Trying
You
to.
come in punching every week with something.
Dude, I try. It's hard. It gets me anxious.
I don't see how y'all do it every week.
I don't either.
Yo.
I'll go like 2-3 weeks without recording an episode, and I'm like, oh crap, it's creeping up. You ain't got an episode for next week. So then I'll go crazy and I'll record like 3-4 back to back to back.
See, I tried.
Yeah, but I don't have kids. Like all I do is just work at Lowe's. You know, I don't do anything other than that. I do that and the podcast. Like that is what I do. You know.
Shout out to my Lowe's.
North Augusta, shout out.
I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about
dang.
my credit card debt that I owe.
Oh dang.
You know, I'm now spending that money on that card. Baby, you want to put it on the paycheck? Nope. My Lowe's. I'd run that bitch up. I love Lowe's.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not a bad place to work. I think some people hate working there, but it's not.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think if I don't know what you want to talk about today, but Lowe's for me, if I'm looking at it like craft wise and what I enjoy, I would work at Lowe's. Would I work at Lowe's for my financial benefit or gain? Absolutely not.
No.
It would definitely, for me personally, just because I've gotten so far in like trying to maintain a lifestyle, I probably couldn't. I'd need 2 jobs just to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But if Lowe's gave like a real, I don't think Lowe's or Walmart or Costco's or I don't know some other name, big brand. Like I'm just these super stores.
Yeah.
They're not as career based as they say they are.
No,
and you're
not
not
at
getting a
all.
benefit unless you really have a fucking somebody over or trying to get over.
Or you've been there 20 plus years.
Yeah, and
like,
you're just getting lucky sometimes. You don't even and I say this, I see the good old boy system everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you know what that is. You're still a little younger, but
I'm a
whether
young
it's white,
grasshopper.
whatever, but you work yourself into a position based on the handout that you're given by your friends. Not necessarily that you don't deserve it,
Yeah.
but you're using that friendship.
Like
or
they're play favorites. Yeah.
That's the best way, nice way to say it. But I
Yeah.
call it because it is you manipulating your hand to go above people that deserve it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I done dealt with that shit too much. So I couldn't do that. I worked at Zaxby's for a long time and saw that.
Dang, bro, Zaxby's is good.
That was my second job.
Dang, that Zaxby sauce, bro.
Listen, man, you
Makes
get
that
four,
pussy wet, bro.
man, you get 4 of them fat lips in between your fingers, bro. And you just and you hear it all day, 6 hours, just just throwing chicken in a grease pit, bro.
Dang, I ain't never done that before. I've done like fries and stuff on a
No.
grill and stuff, but like
Nope.
no Zaxby's, man.
That's the only thing I did there was just I knew the people. I got the job because I needed it to buy my first house. I had a plan. I worked with the good old boy system. I worked with the manager's husband at the job I work at now. He doesn't work there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her straight up. I was like, I ain't cutting shit. I'm not gonna cut my finger off. I don't need no responsibility. I just want to do something that I can do consistently and with lack of sleep and not fuck no system up. And I can have my responsibility and just get paid for my money. But I couldn't do it. Anyhow. Yeah. Fuck the minimum wage.
Yeah, but I mean, we could honestly talk about views. Like, I was gonna say, I think Jermaine has said this on one of my podcasts. Like, every celebrity that used to be famous in the early 2000s, early 2010s, is all of a sudden making a podcast because they can make money off of it.
Oh yeah.
All these celebrities are really famous people that were famous for a couple years. They blew up. Ain't nothing happening with them now. They're making podcasts. So then that's taken away from like the people that are just starting a podcast that don't have like a background like that. I think that's what it is. Like you, me, Jermaine, Slim, like we're not famous for anything. Like it's just we just have a podcast.
Yeah.
We're not like celebrities or like artists, rappers, or whatever. So the build for that is gonna be way harder.
Well, see, that's the thing I disagree with.
Oh, for real?
Well, I say it in relative sense to I think that if we're in this lane, then like how do I explain this? All right, Jermaine. Let's use Jermaine for instance. His narrative is a independent narrative that controls the outlook of each individual guest.
Yeah.
And his composure and how he delivers each episode, I think puts him in a superstar status in Augusta. And I think to himself, he recognizes that he is valuable enough and knows he's a superstar or meant for something more that he's figuring out and finding. He knows he's on his right path, right?
Yeah.
Not to saying this is mine. I just know my creativity is my right path, right? And I'm not calling myself like I'm supposed to be some two handprints on LA type of shit. But when it comes to the podcast stuff, I do feel that the podcast I listen to, I can compete. If I can get confident enough to get a right engagement and learn how to talk about my shit my way with each individual guest, I can compete. I think I can. I believe in myself enough that I think it's reasonable. I do think that what you say is true. We are going to miss out on more money.
Yeah.
But I do think that, like you, for instance, I think how I don't know how much you prepare. And even if you don't per se, your podcast is still, I feel like, unique because you still navigate through your conversations really well.
Yeah.
And I think that's very important, no matter if you feel like you have what you need or you don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll do like, I'll like look at their Instagram and, you know, try and find like stuff that I could bring up, you know, like if they went on a cool trip or just stuff like if they met somebody cool or whatever. But like, I think when I first started back, I did like have questions down, you know, have it on my phone, but like, I don't do that anymore.
So let me,
you know, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got my questions.
I think because also listening to other podcasts kind of open up, like, it's just a conversation, you know, like it's like the way Jermaine's is and mine is different. Like his is like almost like an interview. I feel like where mine is just like, we're just having fun talking.
I think I admire Jermaine's is because I feel like he lets me get to know each individual person.
Yeah.
And maybe, yes, I say you're right, the generalization is the interview, but I think he dives so deep in most of his interviews that they become personal.
Yeah.
And I think I like that a lot. I think that's very, very valuable.
Yeah.
But that's like to you. I think that you have a podcast that stretches such variety in individuals and characters and what they do, from money to see, I don't remember shit. I'd have to have them on your list all right here.
Yeah.
And I probably will. But you had the white dude that was a day trader.
Sean Brooks, the timeshare.
That was a great episode.
Yeah.
He was right. You know,
dude, I barely talked.
But I mean, I'm just saying, like you, if he stopped or took those moments, you picked up.
Yeah.
And then at the same hand, you still were engaged enough to where you kept his conversations, his story going. So I think it was a fantastic episode.
Thank you. I guess I can say thank you. I mean, I was.
Well, I'm just acknowledging. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted you on. I think for me, what I'm doing. So I'm having a season. Once I drop what I did yesterday with the rapper for his album, my season will be over, and this next season is going to be each one of you guys intertwined between episodes of whatever else I'm going to do. Or my daughter might be in play at it. I don't think I could just record and just drop. I think I need to be more because I'm trying to get to a point where my format is going to be, you know, the dark humor, fatherhood conversations, or craft So I'm trying to navigate, I feel like, 5 different conversations fluently in one conversation.
That's crazy, yeah.
I could just sit here and do it, but I want so much more involved in it. What are some of the podcasts you listen to? Let's go there.
I really listen to like Theo Vaughn.
You like
a lot.
Theo?
Yeah, he's hilarious, and that's kind of like when I'm kind of trying to figure something out, I listen to him because like I'd take notes from him. Yeah. Because like how I said to you, like it's just a conversation. I was listening to one of his podcasts and he just randomly asked, "What kind of music do you listen to?" Yeah. So from there on out, I was like, like it doesn't have to be structured. It doesn't have to be like, you know, how did you feel when you were 5 years old and your parents came home with a puppy kind of thing. You know, it was just like, we're just having a conversation. But like, that's the style that my podcast is, you know, like, I don't know I guess you could do that for like Jermaine's or like a more like structured episode or podcast or whatever.
I think you get that with Jermaine and Slim sit downs.
Yeah.
I think when he sits in on other podcasts, you get that more conversational and then with him. Yeah. And sometimes I feel like, I think when he sits down with EJ, it's more conversational. With certain individuals that he knows personally that isn't about the interview, it's more about just chopping it up with them. I think you get that,
Yeah. But I also don't want to be like one of those bro podcasts, you know, they just be saying...
That's what Theo Vaughn is. It's a bro podcast.
Yeah, but he... Like with him, like he's a comedian, so the podcast is just kind of a side, and he's mainly a comedian. And people listen to the podcast to learn more about him because he he makes you laugh when he's on stage.
Yeah.
You know, so like the podcast is like, I guess his background, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, but he's also it dives into everything. I think.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing I feel like that we all do well here is Theo. For you and I do want to talk about some conspiracy with him.
Okay.
But Theo involves himself. He fucks with the UFC. He's there all the time. He gets those guys on. He's a comedian, so he rotates through his community and gets those guys. He uses what's at his availability, and then he still goes and draws what he's curious about.
Yeah.
He still navigates these other individuals in to talk more and branch out more to show his humor, show more of himself, and more of interest of other people. And I think that's what we all do well. We all trying to branch out.
Yeah, like The Corner or the Garbage Man.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good episodes.
I'm going to tell you what, when him and Drewski was on, they brought that Alabama dude. That motherfucker was retarded.
Roll Tide Willie?
Yo, that's definitely up my alley and family. God damn. It's fucked up.
Oh, you're talking to your uncle for a second.
No, my uncle's worse, but he was definitely a lot politer than my uncle.
Yeah.
But, man. Yeah, see, no, the conspiracy I want to talk about is so how long have you watched Theo is my question first. How long have you been a fan of Theo? A couple years while he was the Rat King?
I'd probably say a couple years. Like, I would say a year before. I don't know if you have TikTok or get on TikTok.
I try.
But last year around spring, like his videos were everywhere. Like his little clips of him saying the most random things were like on TikTok. So I'd say probably like a year and a half before that.
So did you ever watch him with Brendan Schaub and no?
I don't really care for Brendan Schaub.
Now see, that's the thing.
He's weird.
So I'll talk about it from a different angle. I did, and I only really watched it for Theo's dumbfounded responses and reactions. Mm-hmm. But at the same hand, you ever watched Your Mom's House? Tom Segura and his wife?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay, so they have a structure where it's what I'm trying to shoot for. Of like, not it's an enjoyment that you're coming on for your specific experience. You know? Like today, I got you curated for just snow accidents. Okay. Just because you like it, right?
Yeah.
So like that curation and how like he was a part of something, and I still think he kind of does that when he does. I don't know what he calls them. I don't watch Theo Von regularly. Mm-hmm. I don't think he goes hard enough for me. He's definitely hilarious. Yeah. But on a podcast while I'm working, I need something that keeps me more engaged. But his humor is definitely, I admire. I look up kind of trying to learn from it. What drove you to start Pod? Or what drove you to like once? I don't know if you want to narrate it from when you and your buddy started or you, but what kept it going for you, or what even drove y'all to? What was that feeling? What made it go for you?
Dude, to start it, I don't even know, man. I remember like 2019, 2020 during the pandemic, I was listening to a lot of Joe Rogan, you know, and like the $200 million deal that he got with Spotify. Yeah. I was like, sign me up, you know, like that's a lot of money. $200 million.
It don't mean that much no more though.
I mean, yeah, but that's $200 million. You could do a lot with $200 million.
Yeah, he bought that club.
Yeah.
I'm going. Yeah. I'll be there one day at Kill Tony.
Yeah. But I don't really know. I had started a terrible podcast when I had a clothing company, and it was going to be like motivational stuff, you know, just trying to help people out kind of thing, but I did like 3 episodes and never did it again. So then that was 2021 when I did that. May of 2022, me and my roommate are, you know, living together, and I can't even remember like the conversation that it was, but I think we had toyed around, or he had toyed around with making a podcast. And I was like, oh, really? I've always wanted to start one.
So that first one greased the chicken for you to slide in right here.
Yeah. So he kind of initially thought of it, but I was the one that was like, oh yeah, you know, like we could like take this serious.
But you had probably some knowledge of information of what you could and couldn't do wrong already in certain avenues to help.
Well, yeah, but I also had to like learn how to do a lot of it too. Like that would like the learning curve for that was kind of difficult to like be able to sync up audio, video, learn a little bit of audio, learn a little bit of video. So then we started doing it. We had a falling out. It was crazy, weird. Mallory was there for that. It was a little bizarre.
Let's talk about the gossip. I'm drinking red wine and I'm feeling fine. God damn it.
Yeah. I mean, I can, but like I don't want to put him on blast.
Is he doing podcasts anymore?
No.
Well, that's irrelevant.
But still, I don't.
He don't listen to this one.
You don't know that though.
I don't care if he does though. He looked like he was a big boy. But I don't know what my baseball bat is. I got a big boy.
Yeah.
Softball bat. I ain't got no regular baseball bat for that ass.
I'm all ball, no bat.
All ball, no bat. You gonna throw a
Just
baseball
sits
bat
on-
at him?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna throw a baseball bat at him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about
I'm
two
just saying
different
he don't
things.
start shit
Yeah.
with me. You know, I'm not going back here. I got a
No.
baseball
Oh,
bat.
he
He looks like he's a big boy. Though.
he's a big boy, but
Yeah.
he wouldn't start anything.
You go ahead.
He
You go ahead. You
He
good?
wouldn't start anything.
Tell the story. I think that everybody's gonna realize like, oh, he's actually not gonna do anything. Because like it's not serious in any way.
Yeah.
It's just like the way that he went about it.
Well, I look at it like this. You
Mhm.
have the. I'm not trying to cut you off real quick, but he clearly don't have the drive to do what he said he wanted to do. You're taking on and trying to roll through what it is. You have to.
Yeah.
You can't deny how it started. And then, you
Mhm.
know, if you want to talk about it, we can't. I ain't trying to push you.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I love gossip though. I love talking shit about some
Yeah.
fat folks that can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I love you, mama.
Mama. But yeah, so I'm gonna tell you this, and you're not gonna believe me.
All right,
Like
shoot.
you're gonna be like, you're gonna ask if I'm being serious. I'm gonna be like, yeah. So for like a week straight or something, he kept asking me like, "Are you okay? Like, are we still good friends? You know?" And
Oh, there wasn't no specific incident before
No,
that? Just
no.
random. It's not that you can't have an opinion about stuff. I want that. I want the female view and whatnot, but I want it realistic to what we're talking about, not just straight opinionated. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
women do have different views than how we look at shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I wanted to get Kiki on. Who
Who?
was on Man and Slim? Kiki.
Kiki?
Yeah, she seems really funny.
I met her
I,
once. She's pretty funny.
I emailed her. She hasn't emailed me back. It's not
I
looking
don't know
good.
if you're gonna get that one, buddy.
But yeah. So for nothing happened at all. So for some reason, for like a week straight, he was like, "Yo, are we still friends? Like, are we good? Like, why are you mad at me?" And at the time, I think a lot of people at work quit. So me and her were having to work overtime. Like I had one check that I had 108 hours on. Like I was working a lot.
Busting your ass.
Yeah. So, and you know, still doing the podcast because he didn't do anything. I did everything for her. So I was doing the podcast and working. So I'm like, no, nothing's happening.
Just busy.
Yeah, just busy. Just haven't been able to talk to you, right?
You can't even play with your dick without him snuffing your ass, huh?
I know, right? So,
Damn.
dang, is that when happened after, or that happened and then did something else happen? We went to the football game.
Yeah, it all led up to that because he would like, or you told me that he would be like waiting for you to get home, like sitting on the couch,
Yeah.
like waiting for you, and then you would just go to your room because you were tired.
Oh yeah. So, yeah. So I guess he would be waiting for me to get home. It'd be like 11 o'clock at night, just because closing a restaurant, and then so I would just like go to my room, like.
But
yo,
he'd be
yo,
there,
what's
be ready
up?
to do a
Yeah.
podcast, expecting.
No, not even doing
Oh.
a podcast, just chilling, being oiled
Oh,
up,
yeah,
on the
yeah.
couch. Just kidding.
Y'all was ready to mud wrestle. He was ready to mud wrestle.
And then, dang, I guess I don't remember this at all because I don't know what happened after that. But basically, he was just up my butt, bro.
Just nothing about the podcast, just feelings about bro shit.
Yeah, and like I almost started seeing it as like, does this dude have like a crush on me? Because like he was a little. He
See,
seemed
we
like
need that.
He
She'd be like, you know what he did? He wanted to go in the back.
he
Nah, I'm
seemed like a
playing.
little.
Fruity?
Yeah, a little fruity, raised by two moms, very feminine.
Sensitive. Very
Yeah,
sensitive.
very, very sensitive. Gosh.
Sensitive.
And yeah,
Yeah.
as people say, very intense.
Well, see, I don't think that's a bad thing. This is where it's a bad thing. I'm sensitive,
Mhm.
and I was raised by my mom's hard ass, but I still see am more attached with my emotions. One reason why I started the podcast. When
Yeah.
I do get to talk to fathers, I want to learn as much as I can about being emotionally stronger, how to get
Mhm.
myself better with my aggressions and not let my things come out and blow up, right?
Yeah.
So I think being sensitive isn't the problem.
Mhm.
It's when you can't handle it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
and
get
that's
jealous
yeah.
about sensitivity is when the dude shit, it becomes,
yeah,
dickish.
yeah. And then, frick, I don't even know. But like one thing that really messed with me was so he's a Georgia fan. So it was like a Friday night. Saturday, we were going to the South Carolina Georgia game in Columbia. So, she's staying with me at the apartment, and we're going to it the next day. And she tells me, like, last night he texted me saying he wanted to kill himself. But what else did he say? He was like, no one knows this, but I almost killed myself last night because I was upset or something like that.
What's his name?
His name is Sean.
No, you didn't. You didn't try. Or you'd have died. Because motherfuckers that talk about it ain't about it.
Yeah.
And I say that,
Mm-hmm.
I know too many people that have committed suicide.
Yeah. They didn't say nothing, probably.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't hear a fucking word. That is the one thing I've heard throughout my life that is come to be true. Of all the juvenile cells and motherfuckers screaming and wanting to just eat, it's all manipulation unless it happens.
Yeah.
Because I know some people that stage it prior to doing it now. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm. But they don't go out and, like, show it off, kind of.
No.
Yeah.
And especially not to someone that I don't know how close they were
Not
versus you.
not
but
really
like that,
close at all.
that's attention. That's all attention.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with,
yeah, with me,
yeah.
it was so weird because I was just his girlfriend. Like, yeah, I saw him often because he lived there, but, like, it's not like we really were friends outside of Brandon, but he just really opened up a lot to me about a lot of things that, like, I really did not need to know.
See, I had this one, I'm going to tell you this. I had this one female, she thought I was the devil. Now, she left me after, this is no lie, this is a ending. She left me after getting baptized at the church. Coming out the water, realized she didn't need to be with me no more. Fuck it, bye.
Dang.
Now, not saying this. Prior, this bitch pulled up, left me at my mother's house in Athens because she was
Dang.
mad. And then come back talking about I almost killed myself. Bitch, you got a kid in the car. You ain't about to do nothing. Bye. I'm not scared of these threats. Do it. Go. You got gas? Go back to the same spot and go off the hill. I'm not waiting on you to fucking prove some shit like this to me.
Do a flip.
Yeah, because you're not going to, it's such bull. I hated that shit, bro. Because I've had my fair share with it, but I've seen so many people pull that shit and then never do nothing. And then I've seen people that have seemed like they've reached out and then done it. You can't deal with that shit.
Yeah.
It's a good thing you left that caca.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Cockeye.
Yeah, he's a little looking to the right because he ain't looking straight. Yeah. Damn, you done an independent one. I can just do both. I can't do shit.
All right, so this is the text. This is to Mallory, and they're like, they know each other, but they're not like close or whatever.
That's what's weird though. Not to say nothing, but not to keep going on. But that's weird because you're the boy. If anybody, it should have been you. He said, "Hey man, I ain't feeling too hot."
No, it was so weird.
Yeah. So he said we were on the way to Columbia for the game. He says, fun fact, Thursday night I cried my eyes out because I was very depressed and I wanted to kill myself. So he sent that, and then after he sent, but no one knows.
Now you do. Fuck, that's some pull tail shit.
So Mallory said, why didn't you say anything? What was wrong? And he said, because no one ever cares about no one ever cares. Dang, I'm like daggum Floyd Mayweather up here.
It's okay, I do it all the time.
No one cares about my crap. No one ever has. Even though bro had like 3 or 4 other closer friends than me that he worked with, that he has like been friends with for a while, that he could have talked to, instead of trying to make people feel bad about him.
Well,
and then he said,
I'll tell you this too.
Yeah.
If a motherfucker takes your girl, you better perk up real quick, motherfucker. Don't you fucking Kyle. What's his name? What's that bitch with the M&Ms? Kyle something in NASCAR. Don't call
Kyle Busch.
Is that him?
I
Yeah.
don't
Don't try and rebrand something that's different. It's fucking. That's the same shit all around.
Yeah.
Shit like that is not to say he was trying to pull a move on you,
Oh,
but he
no,
was
no.
wanting to receive attention from her specifically. We reached out to her.
Even if he tried that.
Well, yeah, I'm not trying to stir no pot between y'all. I'm just saying man to man.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Dude, motherfuckers like that be stupid, bro. That shit.
I was not worried at all.
Yeah, I had this one dude I knew growing up, had one eyeball, right? He had a fake eye for long. I met him and he tried to scare me with it. I wasn't scared. We used that bitch. We used to go to Walmart and scare little kids with it, right? Now, we, he didn't get many women. I mean, what?
Same.
He did, but he was, I ain't gonna call him a simp, but he would do a lot of work, a lot of effort.
Yeah.
He always had he was a creditless fucking fanatic. This bitch would trade up cars. He traded a Mustang for a jacked up Dodge Ram or whatnot, sitting on 30. Like he would just trade and wheel and deal, right?
Yeah.
He was the dude in high school that had the bad car. So he got women. They might not have been the fucking finest looking women. You know what I'm saying? But he wound up with a bitch with a lazy eye.
Oh, God.
Right? Yeah. One-eye motherfucker with a lazy eye motherfucker, right? So, come to find out, what's fucked up about all this is I thought the guy was a genuine dude, right? You know, all the attention shit you call and this, that, and the third about how much you don't get because of this situation. You can't creep on girlfriend's little sister then.
Dang.
You see what I'm saying? Shit like that, man. You gotta, some of these things you gotta, when you get these signs with individuals that you think you know, R. Kelly was pissing on a consented hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's not what you think it is all the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't kids in there he was tinkling on. Anyhow. I don't know. Well, you keep going if you want to talk more, but I hate that happened to you. I know that you've taken off.
Yeah.
I see, since I've met you, I see the consistency. I see you continuing to make episodes and putting in work, trying to find different guests and doing what you should.
Yeah.
I'm glad you ain't allow something like that, or in general, just besides that it's not about the podcast, but just that sort of friendship hold you back from something you saw potential in.
Yeah.
Because I admire that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, even before we moved in, we weren't that good of friends, you know? We weren't, like, best buds, best mates, or whatever, so...
Yeah, y'all young kids weird. Y'all do that shit. I won't do that.
Well,
I would never.
Me, my best friend, and him were all trying to move in. I was in New Mexico at the time, and I'm like, yo...
Oh, that's right. You did. That's right. You did. I watched an episode about that, yeah.
What was it? So before I left or whatever, I was like, yo, let's move out. And then I had said that to one of my best friends for a while, so I guess he didn't take me serious. So I was like, yo, when I get back, let's move out.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay. I get back, and then my best friend backs out. So it's me and you know, living by yourself is pretty fun. You know, you don't have growing up. With,
I mean,
growing up with my parents.
Enough, I think so.
Yeah.
But like, if you ain't got the money, it ain't fun. It sucks being in solitude working all the time.
Yeah, that is true, but the freedom that you have, I guess, it's like like driving. It's like getting your license. Yeah. You know, it's like a tier up. You know, it's just like you got freedom. You don't have your parents like breathing down your back. You know, so we moved out and then we were friends, but like not like best friends. Which I mean, I'm glad because like I wouldn't have lost or I didn't lose a best friend. Yeah, you know? Right. I got that's good too. Yeah. Ain't nothing but a 6. That's okay. He's still fat and crushed sticks. You know. Yeah. I didn't say what. Oh yeah, and then like after that. I cut too much off. Sorry. Go ahead. Keep going. More gossip. This is funny. We were at the stadium and we were I guess high up, and the picture wasn't there, but he took a picture of the edge and he said, "Should I jump off?" Oh. Yes. Yep. And then Mallory didn't respond, and then he said, "I'm sorry about that." Who is it that says Geronimo? Kidding. I'd have done that GIF. Geronimo. I'd have done that GIF. Geronimo. Do a flip. Yeah. Put him in a coffin. Yeah. So he quit talking to me. Like, what? You want to be on mic? Come on, we'll put you on the mic. Get her a mic. You cool with it? Yeah. He's like, yeah. Are you about to plug up a new one? Because I got to pee. I'm going to go ahead and show off the most recent Certified CEO hoodie. I am thoroughly impressed with it. I really like how clean it is. It really is. I like this one right here to run. This is my exercise one. I picked the exercise in. You know, and I was saying on my last one, man.
He got the whole fit though, right?
Man, we got tracksuits. You got bucket hats. You got fitted hats. I mean, not fitted hat, trucker hats. You got workout gear. You got shirts for the ladies. You got pants for the ladies. Okay. He's got sweatsuit fits, sweatshirts, T-shirts, all sorts of stuff. And you know, the bag. You know I love my bag, my CEO certified bag. And I'm going to get me a travel bag soon, man. That big old duffel looking, man, it's just, he got some good stuff going on. Okay. He'd be working with a couple artists, which hopefully, that's another attribute I hope to get to added to here is Brody Hammonds. Matter of fact, I'm going to put some music on right now because he said he might be willing to do it. So we're going to risk it for the biscuit. Okay. So, yeah, listen here, though. Look, yeah, I got the 4th of July. You know, I don't 4th of July, but boss lady, we got this for the 4th of July, a little red, white, and blue. You know, America, if you're looking for your 4th of July outfit, I'm telling you, you could be a certified CEO for the 4th of July. It's a clean, collect. They got the logo imprinted down on the neck. I'm talking about it's comfortable. It's real good. It fits good. And you can get different versions. You can add up. It's like it's like Roblox. You can just pick and play.
Yo, this mission statement dope, man.
Ain't it though?
Let me read
Ain't it?
this mission statement, bro.
Now look, it took before you say that. It took me 5 times to say it all the way through proper. I kept f***ing up. I was like, I can't read. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah.
Certified CEO clothing was created to fit and mold anyone with a true desire to be successful and chase their dreams. The CEO in the brand stands for consistency, effort, opportunity. Therefore, anyone who believes in this concept and applies them to their everyday life can be certified CEO in their own right. So dare to accomplish what others say cannot be done. Train your mind to strive for greatness and let your passion to win overcome any obstacle presented to you. Certified CEO clothing is designed to illuminate the inner leader, visionary, hustler inside of you. If consistency puts forth the effort, it will yield the opportunity.
That's I'm telling dope, you, man. I'm telling you.
That is dope, man.
And that's the thing, man, to admit him and to see, the grind. He keeps going. He keeps finding different ways to promote himself. He ain't waiting on nobody to keep pushing his product. He's pushing his product.
Right.
And I respect that so much because, me, I'm stashed up with buckets over there, artwork.
Yeah.
And it's been a constant deliberation for me of trying how I'm going to push my creative ways out there. So to see the consistency, and like I said, everything's sleek. Everything is still got that comfort, convenient look, but still feel and look elegant at the same time.
Right,
the tracksuit's on point, man. The color schemes he's got going on with stuff, I like it, man. I like it. Yeah.
I'm gonna get on this site and order me one. I need a red one, man. I'm infatuated with red. So Bobby Bands, you should be getting an order from me pretty soon.
And see too, you got if you ain't following him, go follow him. Certified CEO. Check him out. Always somewhere. He's always somewhere. He be at pedal pubs. I believe it's sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll get that correct and have that corrected for the next one I do this. But always at different locations around Augusta. He be at Icons. He be. I've seen him at a school, I believe. I don't remember what school he was doing some stuff at. But he be all over town, colleges, all over. And he'll meet you he's got a spot at the mall, and he'll meet you too if he comes down to it. I mean, this man is out here putting the product on the floor.
Okay.
And he's got it right there. It's behind it. It says that you just said it all. The mission is there for it, and it's really what he's trying to push. But you see what he got, man. It's cool stuff.
Gotcha.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it. I went on there.
There were so many different instances of this day that he was just acting
very weird.
It was very, very weird. First of all, he was sitting in the backseat on the way up there, and he was texting me while I'm sitting next to Brandon driving. He was texting me about how he was feeling and his feelings towards Brandon and stuff, and I literally would just be showing Brandon.
Yeah, so she would be showing me. I think he'd try to be secretive,
weird,
but
and I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
If you're, he's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
My loyalty is with him.
Right.
He's gonna know everything.
Didn't he say don't tell Brandon or something? Yeah, that's crazy.
Man, I'd have stopped at a truck stop. I'd have stopped at a truck stop. Sorry.
And then we were we would take pictures and stuff, and he would purposefully get out of all of them, and he didn't want to be in them, and then he would be upset that he wasn't in them. And I was like, okay, well, you're doing it to yourself at this point, and I can't help something that doesn't want to be fixed at all.
I forgot about the pictures.
Yeah, and then you forgot about this too. Sorry, my memory's great.
He sounded like a self-sabotaging hoe.
Yeah, we went to lunch after the game, and he did not say a word at all. We were all sitting close together, because it was just us, one other friend, and then him. He was all the way against the wall in this booth, not saying a word to anybody.
Didn't get anything to eat. I know he was hungry. Gosh, I knew he was hungry.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get food.
I know he was
the walk up them steps alone killed the calories.
Probably hungry. And
I could hear his stomach growling.
Yeah, still.
That was really it for that, though. And then after that, some things happened with us, so I was out of the loop for things.
Do y'all think he had anybody checking in on him though? That's the only thing I think about.
Yeah,
Well,
I
he
think
had,
he did.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, he had closer friends that he was
Yeah.
closer to.
He had a best
Did.
friend that was a girl. Like they
Yeah.
were.
He had a few other best friends that were girls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like,
Sabotage and hoe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just felt us like very strongly or some type of way towards Brandon, and he
Yeah,
knew that
that's-
I would be the one he could
Well,
get
he a
something.
SW. He a sympathy whore.
Yeah, he.
He or is that what
And
it
I'm
is?
not
When
the
you're
one
looking
that's gonna
for it,
give
sympathy, right?
sympathy.
Empathy is when you give it.
Yeah, I think sympathy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sympathy.
I do have a lot of empathy, so I can see why he would do that. But
Yeah.
I'm not giving sympathy to
Yeah,
people.
fuck
I
that.
can just see.
You can't even walk a mile and a half, bitch, and you want me to think about you gonna sit and do something. You can't even kill yourself. You've been trying to for years.
The rope broke, man.
Hey, never mind. Let me not say that. That'd probably kick me off YouTube.
Nah, but
Did they
yeah.
kick us off YouTube for talking about any of this? No.
I don't know. I haven't.
They probably
We're
could.
gonna try.
Let's see how much they can
I'll
take.
probably like sound out and like beep beep some of the shit I say or
Yeah,
whatnot.
do
Maybe.
his name too.
Yeah, I don't even remember what it was. SW. It matched. There's an S and a W in there.
That's true.
Sympathy whore.
Some of the horror. But yeah, it was weird because like being upon meeting him, I was always curious if he was gay or not. Like, and that's the big question that everybody always asks.
Does it bother you?
if he
Let's
was
ask.
gay or not?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would have been weird, like
Because you
if-
didn't know.
Yeah, and he like wanted to move in and everything, and then he started acting like that, like.
Yeah.
So
I
that
get it.
that would have been weird. Like I wouldn't care if he was gay, but if he was gay, I probably would have moved in with him. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's safer that way.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna tell you what, man. I had a gay dude I worked with a Mexican restaurant with. Plenty tank. I got plenty tank.
What do you mean?
Tank taking some pussy home.
Oh dang.
I didn't. All I did was just wait back and wait for him to fall on me. I just hung out
Dang.
with him.
Oh well,
When we
yeah.
went
that's
out,
true.
I used him to my advantage. He was a good friend.
Well, that's the thing.
Good friend.
He always hung out with girls. Like
Yeah.
and
Another
like,
sign.
Yeah, it was just he would act so weird around girls.
I
It
ain't
was
met.
just so
Shout out
weird.
my brother. I ain't met nobody, no gay dude that operates other than my brother around men like that. Like everyone's around.
Your brother's gay?
Yeah. I got one of them that's gay. Yeah.
Dang.
And we knew he
Rest
was
in
gay,
peace.
but we didn't find out till there was a fight with his boyfriend over a car, and they throwing
Oh.
wrenches at each other, and they talking about
They
shooting.
weren't slapping each other?
No, I'm gonna shoot you when we
Stop.
get home. You wait till I get my hands on his. So when he's talking like that, we
Yeah.
know. Oh, you love this motherfucker. This is the boyfriend. That's how we found out.
Yeah.
So,
Dang.
but he don't fuck with no women. I mean, he's
Yeah.
nice. He's sweet boy. He's sweet guy. He's sweet little boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Stop.
Yeah, that's how he is. Nah, he'll slap somebody.
Yeah.
But he ain't
Stop.
he's not aggressive like a regular male. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like that testosterone driven.
Mhm.
So, but that's the only dude I ever met not have an attachment towards women. Most
Yeah.
I've seen are attached straight to women.
Yeah, very, very.
Yeah.
And they get really close. Like the girl that he's like really best friends with is like she's married and stuff. It's they
Oh,
go
yeah,
and
he
hang
gay.
out. They go and no, they're not.
He's sucking big cock.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know.
He's a cock
I don't-
fan too, ain't he? No, he's a Georgia fan, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think he
what
has
said.
sex.
Yeah,
Look, there's a guy I
unfortunately.
know, but definitely challenged. Okay.
Yeah.
When I say challenged, you clearly see this is a circle. It would be an object I could fit into like that candle, right?
Mhm.
If I'd done it and shown you I've done it before, and I tell you to go get this circle, you're not gonna bring me back a rectangle, okay? And then I say you direct back whatnot, then you're not gonna bring me back a square
Yeah.
type of shit.
Mm.
Never has had sex. Never.
Yeah.
He's
probably
almost a 40-year-old virgin.
That's probably what's wrong with him. He
Yo,
hasn't had
no,
sex
listen to
yet.
this, bro. I never knew about no brothels around here.
Are
Have
there
you?
some?
Bro, he said he went to a swingers brothel.
Oh my god.
I said, well, what the fuck happened? why you ain't
He
why
get
you
him
ain't
on
touched some
here.
coochie? He said, man, I saw it, but I just couldn't do nothing.
Oh,
And I told him he was supposed to get up behind him and like, just instigate one to come touch him. You know? But very standoffish, very how y'all describe this guy. I ain't gonna say the guy I work with is gay,
Mm.
but I definitely consider it hard.
You wouldn't be surprised if you.
Hell
found
no.
out. Yeah.
He's very secluded, very to himself, but he has no one though. That's the difference. This
Mm.
guy was raised in a unique way that makes him question him. He's
Yeah.
definitely a Charleston shooter in my
Oh
mind.
dang.
I don't think he says he wouldn't. I call him out. I call that little retarded motherfucker out. I don't give a damn.
Yeah.
We all learned shapes in goddamn pre-K. Come on now.
I guess he skipped that.
He did. He wasn't there. That's the bad thing. He wasn't
showed
there.
Up late. I don't know.
Yeah.
He missed that one.
Hey, you man, fuck. And I'm supposed to trust you to have my back in an unsafe job. Shit, no. Yeah. Well, go ahead.
No, I was gonna. What else happened after?
Oh yeah, let me cut. I done cut all this shit off twice. We still going on. Go ahead.
After
I know,
the football
sorry,
game.
there's a lot.
Go ahead, keep going.
Because then we became friends again, and then
Okay, well,
something happened.
I was just going to add, one time y'all were filming an episode of the podcast, and he said, like, it was just about where y'all going to live after this or something. He was
yeah.
You said that you were going to, like, move states or something. He was like, I'm going to follow you. I'm going to just,
I'll follow
like,
you
he was,
anywhere,
like,
is what he
baffled by
said.
the fact that Brandon was like, I'm not going to.
He wanted to be your
He
best
wanted
friend, man.
Brandon.
He wanted to be.
So
He
bad.
wanted to be Mallory.
No, he literally did. He so badly wanted Brandon.
He would lay down his
I was
back
like, he
for
wants
you.
to fuck so
Not
hard.
his life, his back.
Stomach.
Fucked
Whatever.
up. Let me ask real quick. How many did y'all do together?
What?
How many
Podcast?
episodes? Yeah, episodes did y'all do together?
Probably like 20.
20?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so y'all had a good little stretch.
Yeah. Every time I tell people, yo, I have a podcast, I always tell them, don't listen to the first, 20, 25.
Why?
I don't think they're good. Like,
I'm gonna look them up too because I'm gonna
gosh.
show you. I'm gonna show you which one I like. I done listened to quite a bit of them.
the first 18. So we did 18 together.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But at that point, that's the kind of podcast I don't want to turn into, where it's just two dudes just sitting around talking about bull crap, brain rot type stuff. I want to have these people on that tell about their lives and that you can learn from, and then also be funny, also be somewhat educational, entertainment, self-help type stuff too.
Well, I know that a lot of the guys you have on have a lot of different talents.
Yeah.
I know there was the one dude talking about setting up websites and setting up.
Oh, yeah, Jasoma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names. I don't even try to repeat shit I read online. Man.
Yeah.
My GED is horrible. There was one guy you talked to in your. This ain't even none of yours, is it?
No.
Well, I didn't go to the channel. Don't play it. I could. But, he was your high school. It was a high school buddy of yours. And y'all were talking about traveling, and he had went somewhere.
Oh,
to
Trent Gambrell.
Some ROTC or something like that.
Yeah, he went to the Citadel. That was a good one.
Some of them were interesting. I'm not I don't want you to discredit what you get.
Well, I'm just saying,
that's why I'm bringing it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the first 18, I don't want to turn into that. Just two dudes just bullcrapping about stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I've had two with Trenton. One right there, on the far right. Yeah, and then we did. So what we're probably gonna do is because that was the Thanksgiving episode. We're probably gonna do a Thanksgiving episode every year, kind of recap every time.
That'd be dope. That's good to have too. Having your people ready to go and have them. Some, because that's the thing when it's genuine. I feel like with relationships, you get a little more out of the episode too. When it's personal.
Yeah, because we don't talk every day. Maybe we'll probably talk once a month.
So good catch up.
Yeah, it's like a catch up. So
yeah. Now I know you know Brooke.
Yeah, she's cool.
That tattoo episode I watched twice.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's where I was at. I went to go watch it again because I wanted to talk about it more, but I'm not gonna pull that needle. I'll let her when I meet her and whatnot. I'll go from there. I ain't gonna try and use it.
I want to redo that episode. I've been trying to, but she's just been busy.
Well, that was the first episode. Is that the first episode you took outside your set? And then your second one?
No, it was the one with Chaz. I had to travel for that. I had to travel to Columbia for that one.
Right here?
Yeah, that one.
So first, second. So you just did one down there at the Dime Museum.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was fantastic. It turned out well. At least the pictures I saw.
Yeah. It's really, yeah.
What'd you think about him?
I love Peter.
You think so?
Yeah, I love him a lot. He's really cool.
He get in a fight, he gonna have a fucked up ear.
Yeah, he would be. Yeah.
He gonna have a
messed up nose. Yeah. But yeah, he's really cool. He's really nice. I don't even think he would ever get in a fight.
Oh, no.
He's too, well, yeah, but he's just too nice to where you couldn't even get in a fight.
Well,
with
you
him.
got to, bro. You look like that. You gonna get snatched from a mustache or fucking yanked over by a fucking...
Pull a ring out?
My little girl grabbed mine one time one morning. I was
Really?
like, nope, I'm not getting a fight with nobody. I'm sticking to this size and I'm not going no bigger. I don't see how they do it. More balls to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His are
I watched
huge.
him. I'm glad you did him. I didn't.
I did him hard.
Yeah, you did it good. You did it good. And he was very white with it.
Yeah.
He was.
He's very white?
Yeah, he was very white
What
with
do you
it.
mean?
He's very Monopoly, man.
Very Monopoly.
He's
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum.
Yeah, he's his own unique individual, but it's
Yeah.
very white of him.
Oh, okay.
All right, I've been following him for a while.
Uh-huh.
I've known we did a show. I wasn't a part of it. I just supported. But there was a comedy show they set up over there last year, maybe a year and a half ago. I really enjoyed the atmosphere. Really enjoyed the theater. Got to know more about some of the things they do. I haven't been able to go back. I did meet him that night. But at the same hand, you know, he looked like a motherfucker that pull a knife out on you.
Really? You think so?
No, I'm just playing.
I was about to say.
I lost my train of thought and filled in.
I
No,
mean, he might be able, he might. I don't
We
know.
did it. I got it back now. Wine. I've been watching him do that fucking two-headed dragon. I mean, not dragon, dinosaur.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed, as an artist, looking back and watching him progress and like put it together. And
Yeah.
I don't know how much he's giving online or like if it's the page showing it, but I've been following him doing some of his creativity, that style I like of him. I don't know, you know. I really thought it was just two dimes for a ticket, like you said. I thought that shit was
Yeah, a lot of people do. When I
you know.
tell people, they're like, what is that? Like, is it a museum for dimes, like currency type stuff? But I mean, I thought it was too. But I mean, I try not to like tell people like what's inside, you know,
Yeah.
because like you don't want to give the
Give away
the
the
mystique.
reveal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to give the mystique of it. You know, that's why people want to go.
Yeah.
But I try not to tell people.
It's
about
the
a lot
greatest
of it.
showman, right?
Yeah.
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 That's
yeah.
how I look at it. Now, like I said, I
exactly
didn't get to
that.
probably dive in it like you did because
Yeah.
we're going into a venue where it's dark, set up lights for us to do a comedy venue.
Mhm.
But still, you could see it, you know, as you walk through and whatnot. It was
Yeah.
very interesting. And I
Yeah.
think, like I said, I think it's still a great episode. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
I didn't get all the way through. I haven't finished it yet. It's hard to keep up now. I keep adding y'all, you, Slim, Jermaine. It's like, so now I got my own selection because I probably listen to 7 different podcasts
Dang,
and on top of y'all.
I barely listen to podcasts, bro.
Bro,
which
Joe
is so
Rogan
weird.
regularly, Flagrant 2, Brilliant
Yeah.
Idiots, More Than a Masters, Sofa Session,
I
Sit
check
Down
my
with
check.
Slims. I
Mhm.
got Your Mama's House. I
Your
got
Mama's
Bad
House.
Friends.
Bad
Tony
Friends.
Tony Hinchcliffe's Kill Tony.
Dang, you listen to a
Uh,
lot.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I don't know. When do you listen to it? When do you listen to those? Like
Every day.
Like when though? Like what, are you working or are you just chilling?
Everything. All day.
okay.
So when I run, it's usually the only time. And when I run and drive to work is really the only times I listen to music. Sometimes I'm in a vibe where I'm working and I have stuff in the background, but like really phoned in and jamming. Is
Yeah.
that other than that, when I'm, because you know you can get distracted by the song and be like
Yeah.
and me, my mentality is I got so much energy is I want to get my shit done and then sit the fuck off and do whatever else I want to do. And that I can't say all this majority of it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I listen to probably 10 hours a day, if
A
not at
day?
least minimum 6.
Dang.
Yeah, yeah. But it's all information for me. For me, I got
Yeah.
a GD. I don't get to find out about Aristotle's metaphysics unless I'm listening to Joe Rogan. I don't get to feed my curiosity for comedy without Kill Tony and Flagrant and Andrew Schultz and stuff like that. Like seeing like my type of like how I want to talk shit and all that influences me and helps motivate me. Like, all right, if you want to do it, you still can do it. So it's my world. My family I can't watch this shit around my kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I have to get it when I can.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really
You
listen
understand?
Yeah, I don't really listen to Joe Rogan that much though.
Well, I do.
Anymore.
I think that's one of the he talks. He says it was strong night something. Fuck. He had a guy on last night. I was listening to. No, what's today? Sunday. So Friday night I was listening to him. They was debating about the moon landing,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much strong arm. It's playing devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
You never fucking know what side Joe's on.
Yeah, he's so flippy floppy, bro.
Well, you don't know what is it. That's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
He wants the opinion to be a double-sided conversation. It's not about the opinion.
Yeah.
It's about what facts you got and how can I play the other side to help the conversation be a double-sided conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great quality. And even if you take that away, you're very much doing what Joe does. The variety in characters that you bring on and personalities and what information you're trying to give off and what you're diving into, it's just like his.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of just like, but that format of having what you find interesting beyond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been trying to get somebody on that hasn't been on like a local podcast. I think Peter was one of them though.
He never been on one?
No, he never been on one.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me. Like he's so like his life is crazy.
I wasn't you weren't my first podcast, but you were my first full-fledged podcast.
Yeah.
Like I still sat behind the camera with Jermaine, but I never.
Well, I guess I mean like
no involvement at all.
Yeah,
you should go to like a grocery store or something.
Like some random person. Yeah. I've thought about that, doing that kind of stuff, but
go get a homeless man.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
You had me.
I thought about doing that.
What do you mean?
I was on the podcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like lately, or like people that
someone that's more interesting.
Well, not that, but just like people that have like a stable background, you know.
Oh.
Like how Peter does. You know, he's been doing this for years and years and years, and no one has ever thought, hey, let's put him on a podcast. You know, like with local rappers, artists, a lot of them have already been on a podcast, or they've, you know, done stuff. Like Drop the Disc is one of the biggest in Augusta. And like every time I get somebody on that I think they're going to be the first one, they're like, oh yeah, I did Drop the Disc. And I was like, dang it. Or I've done more
Drop
than
the Disc.
It's I don't know if you really don't know if you like it. You can check it out. But
was it on YouTube?
I don't know. I think they just have clips on YouTube. I think they mainly do it like Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Oh, well, okay.
So like Drop the Disc, the whole point of it is they get people on, like locals on, and they're like, you know how like Disgusta, they're trying to drop the Disgusta. They're trying to drop the disc out of Augusta.
Why?
I guess because they like it, and
they like Augusta.
Yeah, they like Augusta.
Okay, I agree. I like Augusta too now that I've lived here.
Yeah.
But you can't drop Disgusta still.
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Because it smells like Disgusta.
Yeah, that's true.
Until you change the smell, you can't really advocate for the name to change.
Why does Augusta have a smell? I've heard it's the dog food factory.
What dog food factory?
It's in like South Augusta or something. Is it Gordon Highway that it's on?
Yeah.
Oh, it does smell over there.
Yeah, I think it's the dog food factory.
There's in Beach Island, by my old house, there's a cricket shit farm.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you know, and then you got
what are these cricket poop for?
See, the rest of them I don't think smell none. See, I don't know, but I know I do distinctively remember. My mom's from here. She used to talk about it, and I remember the first dude my age coming to Augusta and coming back talking about the smell.
Yeah,
and that's the first distinctive thing I got from Augusta was, oh, it smells bad up there. Is why that's my personal opinion about it. I don't have no other reason to say Disgusta other than the notion of the smell.
Well, I guess they're trying to get, you know, because they have a whole Facebook page about Disgusta.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're just trying to get people to not have like a me too a negative connotation towards Augusta. So they have like these local people on. They do like this stuff, and they have like music people. They'll go through like a season of music people, all that kind of stuff.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah.
That's up. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But let me ask you this: have you had anybody on that turned out to be somebody you regret having on? Or like it wasn't as appealing, or it wasn't as like what you thought it could be?
Yeah, this guy named Tommy Archer.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's a surprise every time.
I don't think so. I think every episode has been good. I think some episodes have been better than what I expected. You know, going into it, you're like, I don't know, I just don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, but then it goes amazingly. You know, the only error that I've had is the one with Peter. I think I told you we refilmed it because we filmed about an hour and a half of it, and it was, you know how all of my episodes are, not really all over the place, but like we dive into a lot of different topics about the person, about their past, and all that kind of stuff. And you know, he doesn't even have a phone. Like he uses a phone off the wall, plugged in. So he just doesn't understand it, and that's okay that he doesn't understand it, you know. But he's
my father.
Yeah, he's like promoting his dime museum or whatever. So I mean,
through the newspaper. Still,
yeah,
it's fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm not. I haven't interviewed you. Don't tell I hate him.
No, but I just don't think he gets it. You know, he thought it was all over the place. Like he was just trying to wrap his head around the fact that would people actually people are not going to listen to this, and I'm like, people are definitely going to listen to it because like Mallory was there, like it's some of the most interesting stuff I've ever heard of.
This dude,
you know?
It's just so fascinating.
He's done
like
so many things.
Every
and
10 years, there's a whole different chunk of
yeah,
something
like,
else.
and
what's one thing that got you?
my
I was trying to
gosh.
talk too quick. Damn, fuck took me out.
He's
See,
died
I
like
don't even know if I can.
he's
Yeah.
died like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's flatlined like 2 or
Like-
3 times. Had major heart attacks, crazy stuff like that.
He was like literally a war veteran.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh shit! What war? Y'all
I
remember?
don't
Oh,
think
he
it was
was-
a war veteran. I think he was
Mi-
just in the military.
no, he was at war. He told us. He would like, I don't know if I can even say this on the podcast, but he would like go up to something and like get drunk with the buddies.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut that.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was the
like-
Cold War. It was the Cold War.
I don't think it. Well, the Cold War was
So
like
like it
a
really
few-
wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't a war.
Like there was no weapons involved.
yeah, he was on
Is that
top
what that
of
means?
what?
Cold War? No weapons?
I think it
Well,
was.
yeah,
like-
it was just it was more like politics, like a politics war. Like
Oh.
no, I don't think anybody died from the Cold War.
But what was y'all's favorite thing that he showed y'all though while y'all was there? Can y'all give that away at least? At least that something to
I really like the 2-headed dinosaur.
I really like it.
Yeah.
And it come out as he progressed with it. I really think it's awesome.
Yeah. Have you seen all of it?
No, I haven't got
Dude,
to
you
see
need
like
to
a finishing
go.
product,
You need to
but
go.
I have seen him. When I say this though, Brandon, I have watched him do sketch version of this all the
Uh-huh.
way up to trace paper to
Yeah.
finding out. Oh, the head don't work this way. To changing it up, and I didn't seen the process of. I just haven't seen because it's a structure now, right?
Mhm.
Now
I don't
it
know.
is.
Is it?
I don't know.
You gotta go and
dinosaur?
see it.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. I
yeah.
don't know.
But I think.
That's definitely one of the coolest things.
What do you think was cool?
Mine was, this is like so lame. It was this water theory that a Japanese scientist like did. But it was basically just our bodies are majority water. The
It's
earth
like
is majority water.
75% water.
Yeah, like, and I just really believe in like, what is it?
Be like water.
You can just like change, like your mindset has everything to do with everything around, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's just, if you're in a bad mood, you're going to have a bad day, whatever. And if you talk to your water, like it can make it into like the purest water.
Yeah, like positive affirmations. and
Well,
Yes.
they say that fruits and all, scientists have done tests, where they talk positive to fruits and negative, or not fruits, but plants that are growing, and it'll do
Yeah.
the same shit.
Uh-huh,
Yeah.
'cause they're majority water.
Yeah. But see, at the same time, when that little motherfucker be on your nerves, do you hear me? You just want to slap the back of their eyeballs out of their head. You understand? And
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Uh,
We get whooped, and the name was backwards. They took
Mm.
us to the leather store and watched as they imprinted the name on the belt backwards, so that when we got slapped across the ass,
it'd show up.
they would walk away reading their masterpiece. It's fucked up, and I can't slap a motherfucker in the back of the head. Yeah.
Times have changed.
I don't know, man.
Times have
He's an
changed.
interesting character, though. I
He
do
is.
think that he was a great interview. I think each one of those that you step out on, I think is great. I think True Icons. Look, every month is Live Laughs. If you haven't been, it is a great show. Cedric is always pulling in comics from out of town, new comics on the face to come in and play and have fun with everybody in the crowd. Tell them what dates you got coming up, how you like it, how it came about. Let us know what's up.
I think the natural progression in comedy is to start producing your own shows, and I failed miserably the first couple of times I tried it. But Icons is such a supportive spot. I actually started getting better at it over the years, and then we ended up coming there, and we just created Live Labs of Icons, man. It's a way to give them props for letting us come into the building by putting their name in it, and we just bring in national touring comedians every second Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
So July 13th is the next one coming up. Got a young man by the name of Eric Bailey coming from Savannah, Georgia. Really sharp, innovative cat. He's doing a lot of different things. He's making a lot of moves, man, doing theater shows and things like that. And I got a young lady named Kiara Benson, who is amazingly popular out of Charlotte, North Carolina. She's coming through, so she's got a really good reputation.
North Carolina got some funny comedians.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny comedians everywhere. I don't like to just pigeonhole.
Oh yeah,
say,
yeah. But I ain't got there yet like that.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I've seen a bunch.
Oh yeah. Charlotte got some.
That's it. Charlotte is where it is. I be confused. Charlotte.
No, but
yeah.
Greensboro got some. There's a lot of them in there, man. 'Cause I know my boy Eli Southern's in Greensboro. My girl Lady Shamar, she's also in Greensboro. My man from Anson County, Amston Hughes, he's amazing. It's a lot of different comedians out there that's working, man, doing their thing, man. So all those people been to live laughs. All them people, basically, what it is, it's like a barbecue. I'm just bringing all my friends, all the people I work with over the years. You know what I'm saying, and getting them to come through and just show love, man. Yeah. And it's a good time, man. It's a good grown folks time. We have food, drink specials. We come in, we laugh. I host it. We keep it going the whole night, man. We just have a tremendous vibe and a good time, man. And that's what it's about. And it's about keeping comedy alive in the city. It's not a whole lot of places that's doing comedy. We don't have a comedy club. We don't have a comedy house. We don't have a big major comedy attraction. And then, like, when they do bring big shows in from out of town, it's hard for locals to get on the shows.
Oh, yeah.
So it's, it gives locals a chance to perform. We bringing in people that's doing it, like, for real. It's different levels of comedy. You know what I'm saying?
There definitely is.
Yeah, so
definitely is.
You got people that starting out intermediate, you know what I'm saying? People that get a little bit more advanced. And then you got people that really, really do it. And, even for the people that really do it, they still might be B or C list. Then you got the upper echelon, the A list, the top of the food chain.
Big dogs.
The big dogs.
Yeah.
So I just love it, man. I just love it. So it's something that I created and brought, and we do it every month, man. We have a real good time.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I got to see Duke perform, which I knew I've been seeing in Atlanta perform, come down and kill at Live Laughs. Desiree Sun, come from Columbia and killed another night at another Live Laughs. Pudgy, I've seen come down to Augusta and kill. Yeah. What do you project you're trying to achieve and take on in the next year? Are you having any visions of are you trying to get somebody specific outside of it, like the range you've already dealt with, or is there a goal ahead?
I want to do police officers, coroners, people who look at dead bodies, all that kind of stuff, stuffed dead bodies. That'd be cool. I did have that lined up, but it fell through, unfortunately.
I'll pay you to be a part of that. What the fuck?
Yeah. I think
I would troll the whole time though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God! I would ask him how much.
So what do you do to the bodies when you're alone with it?
Do you skeet in their ear?
Oh my gosh!
I would be doing some crazy shit.
But also I want to start getting paid for it.
Tell me how we supposed to do that, because I have no idea. Did we say that? Well, how do you even get that?
So there's a certain on every social media platform you can get paid money. Mm-hmm. It depends on. There's requirements though.
Yeah.
For example, for TikTok, you have to have so many amount of views. You have to have 10,000 followers, which that's kind of hard to get. Well, it is hard, but it's not at the same time. I've been posting on the Sofa Sessions podcast TikTok twice a day for 3 months now, almost every day, and I'm still sitting at 90 followers.
90?
90, yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm low. I don't care. I don't even try. I just every now and then to boost I'm still using it, but I don't use it.
Yeah, but that's how you promote your stuff. You post it. You post as much as you can. You get all the content you can. But it just comes from it comes from ad revenue, from how many views you get. Now with that you are gonna have to watch what you say, because they can unmonetize it. If you use music, if you say crazy stuff like skeeting in a dead person's ear, they would probably demonetize that. So
I don't think so.
Maybe. I don't know. Dead. Well,
they're already dead.
With YouTube, they're very strict.
I know.
Because a few years ago, they had one of the, it was the adpocalypse, I think it was called. These people were getting paid out $20K more, a year, a month, but just off of ads. But then
it projects so much into your episode. That's what I don't like.
What do you mean?
So you're saying that my cussing, the things I'm saying in our episode,
I
have to watch now because I have an insert that is controlling my episode.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
But also, you can get sponsors, like how you said, certified CEO.
Shout out Certified CEO Clothing. I'm gonna drop a link. Y'all go get something. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah,
so I know I'm representing my Juggernaut Fitness, but it's back here.
Yeah, but those two of the ways, and then you can do what is it called, Patreon.
Yeah, that was my approach.
You've heard of that?
That's what I was gonna do.
I don't know if I ever want to do that, because I don't want to make people pay more money to see content. Here's
the catch up. Think of it like this. This is where I don't like the ads. Why should I have to filter and adapt myself on someone else's terms.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying like that's one way to do it. You know, that's how some people do it.
I'm just
you know?
discussing it with you.
Yeah.
It's just like, because for me, I personally think the Patreon way is the best way for us.
Yeah.
Because I think that, it depends. It depends on what you're building, right? Like, I know your mom's house, they do a live showing on YouTube, but it's still paid for or whatever it is through their website or whatnot. But they promote this shit through their thing or whatnot, and it's on a Patreon, whatever.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars.
Millions.
So why am I going to worry about? I should build to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Andrew Schultz, they got a Patreon where they post however many extra episodes a week. So your following is important more than the ads in my mind.
Yeah.
Not to say the ads aren't great. If I can build it right, I think I'm going to chase local businesses.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I
Like
think
reaching out to.
Is that sponsorship?
Yeah, that'd be like
That'd
a
be a
sponsor.
sponsorship.
So then you would make a promo. They would pay you for it because
Yeah.
basically they're putting like a billboard in like on your
that's
episode.
what I'm looking at. I'm putting your billboard. I'm putting you on flat right there.
Yeah, right there. Boom. And like, I've thought about that too. Just the thing is like, I guess my biggest question is like, how many views, how many followers, like how many interactions do you have to get on your page to where you can start charging like that, you know? And that's what was just someone was kind of saying like, do a Patreon or whatever. But like, I don't know. And also merch.
Well, you think about it. You got, I know how many subscribers you got to the T.
Yeah.
Not that I monitor for ego or a competition. It's not a competition with me. It's about what am I needing to do to improve?
Yeah.
What can I take from what you're doing, and how, like I've texted you before, I got to figure out how to ask better questions or not talk as much. Like I'm insecure about my development. You know what I'm saying? So I still don't understand how the views play a role in it, because I'm not even able to monetize on Facebook, bro. I don't even have enough friends or followers
that's
to
another
even
thing.
So when it comes to like doing these approaches that become more business minded, I don't know if I'm ready to even get into it. I know I'm willing to support. That's like when I went and done the all white affair. I done a little promo for that. I went down to J'adore Lounge. Shout out to them. Met the owner. And I'm going to reach out to set something up, and I might do it there, the first one I do outside the spot.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be more so for that. But just because I like the scenery, I liked how the environment went, it's just what I liked. And I'm getting this to ask you my next question. Are you going to have people on that you don't necessarily care for or care for what they got going on, but it's something they recognize your value for? Or are you going to monitor just for your own interest?
Yeah, I've thought about that, and like having people on that I don't really want to have on.
I've been thinking about it, so that's why I asked.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought about it. Like, I've been able to find people that I'm interested in. You know, people have hit me up like wanting to be on the podcast, but like, I see it as like, if I'm going to have you on the podcast and I'm going to take the opportunity to have you on, and, you know, somebody goes to your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube or whatever, and they see just like a bunch of like random spotty, like if your Instagram or your social media doesn't have like you go to your Instagram, you see like you're a comedian, you have a podcast. If you go to my Instagram, you see it's a podcast. Jermaine, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's structured. It has a structure.
But
if you're on there posting a selfie and then the next day you're you're cutting the grass, like there's no structure to that social media. So if someone were to go look at it, what is this? What does this dude do?
Yeah.
Like, why is he on the podcast type thing? You know?
Yeah.
That's like kind of how I've seen it when people do reach out to me, and I'm like, well, maybe, you know, but I don't know. I just don't want to like take the time, I guess, to, you know, venture out, you know, for it to fail.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'll say this: I think that's how we set our standard of pricing to come in.
Yeah.
Not to say that we don't like them. I'm gonna say if I charge you, I don't like you. No, I'm just playing. If I charge you, I'm just building and growing.
Yeah.
And so hopefully you are too. But I do think that we cut ourselves short without having that business plan in place to see not a revenue, but to have a structure where we can navigate that. Because I think about it. I have had some people ask me that are comedians. I've had people talk about a lot of shit. A lot of people don't follow up neither.
Yeah.
I had some guys at work. There's a guy at work I really enjoyed. Fun guy. Shout out Lumpkin Road. But you know, he ain't came on yet. I'm waiting on him.
Yeah.
I was willing and ready.
That's another
You know
thing
what
that
I mean?
happens too. Yeah.
And I'll jump the gun. All right, you show me signs. Well, I'm going to go support somebody else since I can't get, you know what I'm saying? So there are people that I don't necessarily look forward to doing, but I know I have to respect my surroundings and still probably do some of them.
Yeah.
That's the only thing keeping me to doing them is like respect for some of the people are confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
And it's if they were to ask me, I would probably be too rude and hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Like poor OSW, you know, from earlier.
Like you don't like when someone reaches out to you about being on the podcast, you don't want to be like no. You know, you don't want to be like rude because then
I want to.
Yeah,
I do want to.
Yeah, you know.
Some
just,
that's a couple I have already. And it's like I do want to, yes, but I can't say that. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've had like one or two people tell me like I'll pay you to be on, but it's like they just like I said they don't have like a structure to their social media, you know. That's just kind of like all over the place. And if I'm sitting here being consistent, structuring my Instagram, my social medias to like show what I want people to show, like I expect that out of like a guest too.
You want to see them working.
Yeah, I want to see you like hustling as well.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to have just some rando bambo on that
Yeah.
nobody knows, or like people are wondering why do you have this dude on? You know.
Now switch it up. Do you have any episodes that you feel like you didn't necessarily do your best or you ruined?
Every episode.
Every episode?
Not every episode. Not that I've ruined, but like Mallory can vouch for this. Like after every episode that she sits in on, I'm like, was it good? Like, do you think it was good? I don't think it was good. Because like I had the pastor from True North on, and she said it went really good. But
I'm so invested in this podcast.
I'm so like
I ain't seen that.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet.
Oh.
That's for the Patreon.
That's where Mama Dukes goes to church. And my wife's mom and all.
Yeah.
I love True North.
Yeah, and he's really cool, but I guess I didn't see it as a really good episode because it wasn't like this. You know, like it was mostly him talking. I was asking him questions and he was answering them, you know. Or it wasn't like how the Urban Swave episode was. I don't know if you listened to it yet, but
no,
it's just like
I'm behind on yours. I think 3. I'm trying to play catch up between Augusta, but
But it was just like we just chopped it up and talked the whole time.
Yeah.
But the difference is, like how I said, with a stable background. You know, Steve Davis has a stable background. He's been doing this for 20, 30 plus years.
Yeah.
He built True North, so he has a lot of stuff to talk about. So I just sit back and kind of listen and then like input when I can. Kind of like how Sean Brooks. Like he had an established background, so he was able to sit there and talk about it the whole time. I just kind of sit there and jab in when I see opening or whatever.
As a podcaster, I'm on the other hand. Do you think it's wrong if I have something like the idea here? I would debate. I wouldn't agree. Is that too much for the area of some? Not to say try to take the idea of doing the church thing. Not just spitball here. My aggressive approach is I'm the podcaster that wants to have the conflict or to be vulnerable enough to talk about the serious shit, right? Rather than just, you know, sometimes, right? I ruined Slims in my mind.
You did? Why do you say that?
I didn't have the audio set up right.
Oh, dang.
It was set up off the iPhone. I mean, the iPad, not the HC. It was on, and we're just like this.
Yeah.
When I did. You have to do it all before you press record. Yada yada yada. I was so nervous for Slim coming over here. And trying to set it up, and then it went great in my mind. You know, some touchy shit, some more vulnerable shit, some more honest shit, but
nobody cried or anything.
No, fuck no, it was a good time. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I feel defeated in a sense. I might not even put it out.
Yeah,
because of that.
That's why, like you can.
I want to make him redo. I want to try to convince him to redo it. Not the same, maybe not the same outcome, but But I say that. For me, that would be. I've already, I met Maine off the bat. I already got through you in the aspects of like the people who I could get my hands on to learn from and ask questions from and navigate. Right, Slim's the last guy. Well, Slim and the guy he does the podcast with.
I can't think of his name.
It's all right. It's all right. Kenny G.
Yeah.
I had a little brain fart. Sorry, man. But. So to me, it was like I was looking like, all right, I need to knock this one out the park, and then now, I'll get you on. Me and you, we already had a conversation before, so it's not as awkward or uncomfortable trying to impress. And I felt like we had a great episode, but to me, I don't feel like I represent him if I don't do it to the fullest. And if the audio ain't fucking right, I just feel like a big disappointment. Like, I don't want to put your name out there like that when I ain't even fucking.
Yeah.
It's fucking.
Like
I'm harsh on myself.
Like if the people that listen to his podcast come and listen to yours and the audio's messed up, they don't want to be like, they don't want to click away, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You might. That's the thing though. If you try and do it a second time, it's not going to be as natural.